The Charlotte Hornets have successfully created a death lineup, and this was obviously part of the plan whenever we went out and drafted Tidjane Salaun this year, but this five right here, this starting five that started against the New York Knicks the other day, they're all 6'6" or taller with above average wingspans. They got a couple of shooters with Miller and LaMelo. All four of them are great slashers, and it's all built around Mark Williams, who is the anchor defensively. Nick Richards could also step in if Mark Williams decides to be hurt all year again, but hopefully not. Now, this is the starting lineup I'm talking about. Eventually running. Now, yes, Nick Richards will be Mark Williams once he gets healthy. So just imagine a 7'1" guy with like a 9'9" standing reach in instead of Nick Richards. Even though Nick Richards is a great backup center, you got Salaun here, who is really long, athletic. Brandon Miller playing the 2, LaMelo Ball at 6'7" playing the 1, and then Miles is another 6'6" guy that we can throw out there. And this is a really good defensive possession. Right, Salaun, that's a good closeout. It is the center, so he's not really worried about anything. Nick Richards is calling this screen out to Miles. He sees it. He's going to go over the top as Nick Richards is playing drop coverage. So as McBride comes over the screen, Bridges goes over the top. Nick Richards plays a good drop coverage here as he's not too far back, keeping a good distance. He can still get a hand up, or he can get on to Precious as he rolls. So as this play continues to develop, as Miles McBride makes his decision to shoot the ball here, Miles Bridges has enough time to come back and get the deflection from behind. Really good basketball here. And then the Hornets are running. Right, this is a beautiful thing. Tidjane, that's what he brings to this team, is his hustle, his abilities in transition. You got Miles right behind him. Nick Richards, I guess, is going to be running the rim. And then LaMelo is going to run right up here to the three-point line. And having Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball on the court at the same time, they're both point guards. Brandon Miller, obviously more of a combo guard, but still, they can both make reads in the open court. He finds LaMelo here from about 6 feet beyond the arc and just straight drains it. I mean, that is a deep three right here from LaMelo. Good read. I mean, not doing too much. This side of the court's empty, so if Nick Richards or Miles Bridges wanted to come get into a ball screen here, all that's open. Instead, he just makes the easy play, finds LaMelo, and knocks down a three ball. This play right here is not exactly a phenomenal sign. The Knicks get us with the oldest trick in the book, which is screen the screener, and then Jericho Sims is going to roll. Landry Shamet's going to come to the corner. This is the oldest play in the book. You can go to your local rec center with the 5th graders, and they're running this play, and they still somehow get us on it. You got to leave room if you're Brandon Miller. I'd rather him be a little bit further back. I get he's got to chase over the screen. I still want him to be a little bit further this way versus all the way out here, because as you can see, as Nick Richards tries to come through, he's going to bump into Brandon Miller. You got to leave him space to get through. He is going to hit him, right? Give him some sugar, but then they're going to run into each other, and that's not good. Luckily, Nick Richards is able to recover and make a good play on this ball, but overall, Brandon Miller has to get through this screen a little quicker. Tag him earlier and then get out of the corner. You can't get caught up in tagging him. Great job by Nick Richards getting to that. And then here we go. Out in transition. Boom. Automatically, we got a 4-on-3 transition break with Salaun running one wing, Miles Bridges running the other one, and then Brandon Miller running to the three-point line. This is beautiful. This is exactly how the Hornets drew it up whenever they drafted Salaun. Bridges gets to the rim, dumps it off, easy dunk. That is really, really good transition basketball. Melo gets this, and he gets out in a hurry, skips it past Brandon Miller. So McBride thinks he's stepping up, but no, now you got a 2-on-2. Jericho Sims goes to help, and then Tidjane Salaun, very high IQ play, just follows right behind him. And yes, we got to give Salaun a shout out for his high IQ plays, because he had some Shackton moments in this game too. All right, so a big thing for the Hornets this year is going to be the pace of play. 20 seconds on the shot clock still, and we're already getting into an action here. And this is great because we are a very young, very high-flying team. This is going to be a little stagger screen, and Nick Richards is going to roll right to the rim, while Brandon Miller is going to pop right here to the three-point line, and it's going to work to perfection. LaMelo reads it perfectly as he comes off the first screen. Now he's got Campaign on his hip, and he's got Precious here stopping him on the hedge. Jericho Sims has to make a decision. Is he going to get Brandon Miller? Is he going to get Nick Richards? If he does stick with Brandon Miller, then that means Shamet has to slide over. Wide open three for Tidjane Salaun. Any way you go about this, if you try and trap or double the ball handler in this screen action, it's not going to work. Doesn't work out for the Knicks anyway, and Brandon Miller drains one from the logo. This is another quality defensive possession for the Hornets, right? So Shamet's going to set a little screen and then pop high. Brandon Miller's going to switch on to Deuce McBride, and without thinking, Miles Bridges is going to switch on to Landry Shamet. Good stuff there, right? Tidjane, where are you going, bud? All right, you still got Campaign here. Don't go anywhere on me. He's got him flustered. Great job. High hands, not letting McBride shoot this. He's going to kick it back out to Landry Shamet. And look at the shot clock, right? You guard for 15 seconds in the NBA. That's a quality defensive possession. This is a quality all-around quality defensive possession. LaMelo, let's switch this, right? This is a guard on guard swing screen. You are both 6'6". Let's switch this. LaMelo, let's get out here on this screen. Doesn't quite happen. It's still a very solid contest. I mean, we got two guys contesting. That's just a tough shot for Landry Shamet. Like I said, we defended 15 seconds. Got two hands up in the closeout. Quality defensive possession. Here we go again. Hornets, as soon as we clear the glass, out and running. Great skip pass from Miles Bridges. Now we got our two best players, our two franchise pieces, going one-on-one downhill. Nick Richards is filling this lane. Tidjane's filling the lane behind him. And here's what ends up happening. As we watch here, Brandon, little jab cross, kicks it out to LaMelo for the three. I like the fact that we can have LaMelo and Brandon Miller running to the corners on the break while Miles Bridges and Salaun run to the rim. It's beautiful. This right here is a little thing, but it's a beautiful little thing. Watch LaMelo Ball, right? Nick Richards gets the board, and he's immediately going to skip it and change sides of the floor. If you can do this in transition, it makes it 10 times harder for the defense. Because look, Jericho Sims is looking over here. Miles McBride was looking over here. Now he flips his hips and has to turn and try and beat Bridges to this spot. Bridges is already coming with a full head of steam. So as you can see here, he does cut him off. Little low pickup here, attacking the defense, forcing 1, 2, 3 guys to collapse all on Bridges. Kicks it out. Salaun wide open. If Landry Shamet comes up here, then you got the extra pass to Brandon Miller in the corner. And if Salaun's going to be able to hit this shot, it is so huge for the Hornets going forward. Catch and shoot. Everything looks nice. That is a very nice look. At that beautiful jump shot right there. Tidjane Salaun. He's been doing some work. All right, this is a really good sign, right? Watch Charles Lee, new head coach. I'm going to go ahead and say I already love him as a head coach of the Charlotte Hornets, okay? Just watch LaMelo, right? It's the preseason, I understand. He's not giving the best effort, right? He's just going to let Campaign cut right across his face and go down to the corner. And I know, it's the preseason, but Charles Lee, LaMelo, they've all been talking about how LaMelo is going to be this two-way guy this year, how he's going to defend. He tries to get Bridges to pass this off, but that would not make any sense at all because it gives Miles McBride a wide-open lane to the basket to break down the defense, would make Salaun collapse, would make Brandon Miller rotate down. Now Nick Richards has to play both. That's just not a good thing that you want to do. You don't want to switch this. Just go to the corner with Campaign, and little late, Campaign knocks down the three ball, and then boom. Charles Lee calling a timeout. He's going to rip him. He's not happy about it, and that's on LaMelo. But like I said, that's a good thing for a young coach like Charles Lee to be able to do, immediately rip a guy like LaMelo, who's a star player who has to be held accountable and play defense if this team is going to win a lot of games. Now, this is just a smart veteran play here by Taj Gibson. He sees Landry Shamet really focused on Brandon Miller, who is ISO'd one-on-one with Campaign. He's going to come set a little flare screen for Tre Mann over the top, and Precious does not help. This is what it looks like. A little jab, and then he just sees him wide open. Nice pass, and Tre Mann could have been a travel on the catch, but he knocks it down, banks it in. So yeah, I have high hopes this year for the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, as a Hornets fan, I'm hoping we go out, win a bunch of games, surprise some people, make the playoffs. With that being said, though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.